What is this now? You know him, the Virginian's son.
Doug McClure.
Yes.
I'm Water, Doc.
Want to do Burt Lancaster and go home early?
You never know who's going to drop in.
It's a million laughs. What do you say, Melvin? You get into shorts, get a torch, and we'll start the Olympics.
I'm going to be the third one of the frogmen there.
Good, Doug. That's the way you are in the Virginian. A lot of funny lines.
So you got a leak.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just going to let it roll right along like that. $1 million show, and you got two guys dressed up doing hissing noises.
You do a lot of pantomime on this show, huh? You know, rehearsed an hour backstage for this? Where are we going after? Where would you like to go, Don?
I don't know. Let's go to Sneaky Pete's. Kill it out. Great. Okay, boys. Don't they have a play yard?
They're working on a new...
There they are. See, Bob Colt was supposed to get that part, but he couldn't make it.
Which way's the pool?
I give up. I don't know who this is, but good luck. Frank White. It's murder when you got to guess who the name is.
Bob Fuller.
Did I get 210 for this, too?
Look at how different he looks. You changed. Now you're going to move in pictures. Look at how he changed. You know Bob Fuller, don't you?
No, I never
No,
met
Shecky
Bob.
never met you.
No,
He never
Bob.
turns on TV. Sits home in the house listening to Gabriel Heater. Good to see you, Bob. How's everything with the wagons?
Just fine, thank you.
The star of Wagon Train. Big star. Look at how the crowd was impressed. I'm selling him and nothing's happening. Want to get out a wet whip and move some of these women around?
I'm not fit.
Still the same way, Bob. Dying to be with somebody. You're not married, are you?
No.
I wonder why. Probably wouldn't even show up on a wedding night, send a tape recorder. I'll be with you in a minute, hon. I'm working a couple of tape recorders. No, but I was at his home once in Chicago. Melvin, have you ever been at that home?
You were
Yeah, it's a
also
great
at his
place,
home? You also were at his
Yes,
house?
We had the
I worked for him and I wasn't.
You were there, but you don't remember it.
You ever get a feeling? I don't think you like me.
You never at the house? Oh, it's a wild house. Oh, yeah. Girls walk around in the bathrobes and Benny Dunn. Well, you're married. You're married, aren't you, Kelly? Oh, well,
But she's got a bathrobe.
We'll work something out.
When you're married, it's a different world. See, Shecky, he was married. He's not married any longer, but that's
Let's
what
spend about 4 hours on that. Would you like to talk about
But the thing is, when you're married, your outlook is different, right, Melvin? How
Yeah,
many
I
years
think
you
so.
married?
I've been married 3 times.
Outlook is really different.
Look at this
That's
test
really
I gave
different.
us. Bill's married. Aren't you, Bill? Blink, Bill, if you hear. Doug McClure was married. They all have their problems. Out here, it's weird, you know? That's why you shouldn't get married. You got the kind of money you don't need married. You go to Hertz.
Well, if I got married, I think the whole empire would kind of...
The image would be ruined, that's true. But, you know, Paul Raffles, that whole group, Shelley Caston, right? Shecky, that's the whole group. They all guys never get married. You got to get married. I was 38 years old when I got married.
I've been married so many times I got rice marks on my face.
It's off.
You really come up with the biggies, Doug.
I can't figure that out. Did he mean he was married to a Chinese girl or what?
It's one of those real funny ones. You ought to ask us
That's
a few
good.
questions. We could doze off in a cigarette.
I'm just relaxing and...
I know. Well, then don't have a show. Let's go on the Titanic and watch the flag. Have a show when you're doing a question and answer period with yourself. Checky's now going for the pants.
I'm very interested here, yes.
Listen, with other guys down, I asked
She was
questions.
lovely. She was on Operation Entertainment with me. She's a lovely girl. And she's also single. Are you a bunny?
No,
Oh, why doesn't she become a bunny?
Well, never can tell.
See that? Never can do. Like you got to take a test. When you hear the bell, do a trick.
I'm afraid to throw lines.
He's got a memory second to none. How do you know that everybody was on the show? Does Barbara know you remember girls who were on the show with you?
CB, yes. She remembers.
was there.
She was there. Very lovely girl. See, I don't believe in some guys in marriage, you know, they cheat. I would never do that. May I, God forbid, get a stroke if I would do that. When you're happily married, you shop around. You go a lot of years, right, Melvin? I keep asking Melvin. He's married
Right or
all the
wrong,
time.
I don't know.
With him, it's a hobby. But you got to find the right girl. I met my wife at GAC. She was a picture agent secretary, General Artists Corporation. You heard of her.
I know.
Who handles this show? You, are these toughies, you?
You want to interview me?
You get $1 million. This guy don't even know who he is.
I'm very
Sits in the shower at night going, how about it? It's all me. They don't understand that. We work for years, and we don't have sets like this in a show. Here's a guy sits here, passing away. Bob Fuller, who came in and the crowd didn't know him. Cosby, who thinks this is a concert date. And Doug McClure, who wants to be on anything. So we don't have to hold Lorne Green's horse all day. It's a funny show, though. I'm gonna take a nap. You think of something.
Smarty shaker.
I'll tell you, this show, both of us get in touch with our agents.
You're the only guy I don't throw lines at.
It's not a question of throwing lines. It's a
Because
question
I
of
know-
chatting like we're doing.
I can hardly wait till this rehearsal is over.
That's
so we can
right.
get a real
I just am sitting here quietly
But that's
and
not the
trying not to
idea.
be demolished.
Where don't you sit quietly?
That's right.
That's not the idea. You know, we kid around. That's an image you have on the stage. You and I have known each other. You in Chicago. Didn't you run alongside of my car? Saying, give me a lolly. Give me a lolly. You're a wealthy man. You're successful, and you don't have to feel that people are out to rap you. The only reason people kid you because you have an image of being a reserved, kind of quiet guy. Which is true, right, Melvin?
Yeah, I think so.
And anybody that has authority, just go along with it, Melvin. Melvin
That's
still...
as far as I'm going to go. I
No,
don't want to
I'm
get
in trouble.
mobbed.
My defense
I'll
attorney
just go along.
Melvin still thinks the Boston Strangler was Tony Curtis. Did you see that picture, Melvin?
Yeah, I think he was, wasn't he?
I'll do the funny stuff. Go to court and your robe goes bad. But it's a great night. I don't believe it, though. How did you get all this money, you? How did you get, no, really, how did you get so successful? What did you start as? What was your first job?
My first job out of school?
Yeah, this is, try to watch me. First job.
Could you give me a couple of easier ones to warm me up a little
No,
bit?
seriously,
first?
what was your first job? What was your first job?
I worked
First
at a
job ever.
First job ever was copywriter for a department store.
That's how you got started.
That was it. Then I went
And how
to
did this-
Esquire for a year, and then I started my own.
Oh, really? And how did Playboy become this whole image of, you know, with the bunnies and so forth? Seriously, how did that come about?
Just a lot of luck, being in the right place at the right time. And,
Really? But did you do most of the promoting, or did you have a guy that
no,
promoted?
there was, the original staff was one guy and me,
Who was that?
Art Paul, my art director.
Oh, yeah, is he still with you?
Are you Ralph Edwards? I don't remember.
I don't even know if I can dinner.
But you asked him if you want it.
Now listen, Bobby, what's this I hear about you refusing to take taxi cabs?
Oh, we had a problem in New York because of the muggings and things. The cab driver was, a little apprehensive about picking up, Soul Brothers. So one night, Sonny, our organist, comes out of the cope, and he's clean, and he's laid out in his suit, his sealskin coat, $800, and this $250 suit, and he can't get a cab, and he's with the lead vocalist for Duke Ellington, who is also clean, Trish Turner, And so finally the doorman sees that they're having problems, so he gets the cab for Sonny. Sonny decides to put the cab driver through changes. So all the way back, he's talking about, big time entertainer, $800 coat, can't get a cab, ain't this a shame? I can buy and sell the whole cab company. This is for like 13 blocks of cab drivers listening to this, and when they get to the place, Sonny gets out and says, I'll never take this cab again. And the guy's looking at him all the time, so he ends up, the girl has to pay the tab. He left his wallet back.
The cab driver says, I have a dream.
Well, listen, Bobby, I wonder if we could get the checkmates together.
Why don't you guys sing something?
Swing a little bit, huh?
Love
Because they have the checkmates here and they don't swing,
Well, this song that we're going to do is a song about a young man who was born in Georgia, and his friends all told him that you'll never really make anything of yourself if you spend your lifetime sitting on the back porch steps watching the cotton grow. You should go north to San Francisco and become somebody. So he left Georgia and he went to San Francisco.
Well, I'm afraid we're all out of time. I'm sorry you can't join us for a swim, but remember we're going to be here again next week. Till then, good night.
Good night, you.
You're gonna...
Good luck on your swim in the channel.
Transportation arrangements provided by Sabina Airlines. Europe begins in Brussels, and Sabina flies there every day.